Whaaat is based on the simple concept of players trying to guess the ranking of importance between not only objects but also notions and ideas. One of the players becomes the judge, and they are bestowed a special task to secretly put, in the ranking order of their choice, 5 randomly revealed cards that represent ideas or items, like mobile phones, dishwashers, or emails. The other players must then guess the order of these to obtain points. To set up the game, put the board in the middle of the table. Each player chooses a color and then takes all 5 ranking cards of their color into their hands. The player who most recently shared a funny story is the starting player, and they become the judge of the first round. At the start of the first round, the judge shuffles the deck of cards, draws 5, and then places them in a random order side by side in the middle of the table. Depending on the player count, players can form teams consisting of 2 players each. Then each person places one of their pieces onto the scoreboard, and they decide who will be the judge and which player will be the guesser. At the start of each round, 5 cards are revealed. Without comment, the judge secretly considers the ranking of the cards in order of their importance. This ranking is solely based on their personal opinions, although it should definitely be done honestly. For example, if I had words like cat, board games, football, french fries, and grocery shopping, my list might look something like this. The judge will eventually place their ranking cards face down above the card row, placing their number 1 card above the card that they judge to be the most important, and the number 2 card above the card that they judge to be the second most important, and so on. However, it's very important that the other players don't understand the ranking of each card, so at this point we recommend that the judge arranges the card rankings in their hand first, and then they place them onto the table from left to right. The judge can peek at the cards to ensure that they are in the correct chosen order, but the other players may not. After the judge has finished ranking and placing their cards above the card row, the other players will attempt to guess how the judge has ranked them. To do so, each player places their card face down below each card row. Each player places their cards side by side below the card rows. After all players have placed their guess down, the judge will now reveal the ranking. To make this even more fun, we recommend having the judge reveal the cards starting with their number 1 pick, then number 2, so on and so forth. After the judge's cards have been revealed, the players reveal their guesses one at a time and desperately try to explain their thinking. After all the cards have been revealed, each player who was not the judge scores their points. Each player scores 1 point for each card that they match with the judge. The player with the most correct guesses this round receives 1 extra point. The points are tracked on the scoreboard, with each player moving their meeple 1 space per point. After scoring, the player sitting to the left of the judge becomes the new judge. All cards used this round are discarded and a new round begins. After each player has been the judge just once, the game is over. The player with the most points at the end of the game is the winner. In the case of a tie, the player who got the most points in a single round is the winner. And that's how you play Say What. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Be bold, play games, be you. Happy gaming!